Learn the essentials to edit your videos in Adobe Premiere Rush in 7 easy steps, and stick around until the end for some pro tips. 7. Creating a project. Once you open Rush, it'll take you to the home interface. Here, it provides us with 2 ways to create a new project. First, we can go to File, New, and Project, or we can click Create a New Project, which we'll do here. Right in this section is where you want to navigate to wherever you have your video files stored. But in my case, I'm just going to go to Sample Media here so I can select a stock video clip. To select whatever I want to add to this project, all I have to do is click on it like so. If I want to add more than 1 video clip, I can just click on whatever I might want to add. And don't worry, you can always add clips after you create the project. Down here in the bottom left, I want to name my project, and I'll just go ahead and call mine Tutorial. And now I can click Create in the bottom right. And once you create this project, it will automatically save all of your changes in Rush, so you don't have to worry about losing anything. And just like that, you've created your first video editing project in Adobe Premiere Rush. 6. Editing Workspace. Once you create your project, it'll take you here to the editing workspace. This might seem a little overwhelming at first, but let me break it all down for you. In the top left, we have the Add Media option, where we can add more media from our computer into our project. We can add graphics, audio, and even custom voiceover. Under that, we have the project assets. This will show you everything that you've imported into your project here, and all we've done at this point is add 1 video clip that we can see here, and then this will also show the entire sequence. Here in the middle, we have the video preview, and here is where you can watch your video as you edit. Let's go ahead and preview this by clicking the play button. In the bottom left, we have the toolbar. This contains the core editing tools like the split, duplication, and delete tools. We can also expand our audio and open the control tracks down here. At the bottom, we have the timeline. This is where you build your video by arranging and trimming clips. Over to the right, we have the editing tools. First, we have graphics. This will allow you to add custom graphics. Then we have effects, which will let us add things like transitions. After that, we have colors. This provides you with a bunch of built-in presets you can use, or you can customize it however you want underneath edit. After that, we have speed and duration. This lets you speed up or slow down your clips. Then we have audio. This lets you control the volume of your audio and other advanced settings like removing background noise. Lastly, we have crop and rotate. This lets you control the positioning of your video. You can rotate it, and you can even scroll all the way down to the bottom to crop video clips. These are the key areas that you're going to be using throughout your video editing process. If you guys run into any problems, let me know in the comments and I will help you out. 5. Essential editing. Let's start editing. Most of your time is going to be spent down here at the bottom inside of the timeline, because this is where your video is going to come together. What you want to do is select the video clip that you want to cut, and then you want to use this blue bar, also called the playhead, to navigate to wherever you want to make that cut. Here, we'll move it to 1 second, and then I'll click on the split tool. You guys will see that it splits the video here. Let's say I also want to make a cut right here at 3 seconds. I can just move my playhead again, select the split tool. And now you guys can see I have 2 cuts within my video clip. I'm going to go ahead and remove this portion of the video clip, and all I need to do is select it and then delete it with this icon here. To move a video, you can simply click on it, hold, and drag it. But keep in mind, any clip in your main video track here is set up to snap into place. To get around this, you can move that video clip above into a new video track here where it will not snap into place, and you can put it exactly where you want it. To trim video clips, all you need to do is just select the beginning or the end of the video clip, and you can just drag it in like so to make a quick trim like that. You can also do it from the beginning like so, but keep in mind, if it's in the main video track, it's automatically going to snap into place. But I want to go ahead and get rid of that. Now, a few features that are really going to help you out while you edit is first expanding your audio. Go ahead and click on this and it will make your audio larger and easier to see. So you can use audio to actually make edits now because you can see that the sound starts right here and we can drag our video clip right to where that sound starts. Next, you have the control tracks down here. This will allow you to lock video clips, mute them, or even hide them completely. But for now, we'll go ahead and hide the control tracks. And we can also duplicate video clips really easily simply by selecting the clip we want to duplicate and clicking the duplicate option here. But we don't need this, so we'll go ahead and get rid of it. Now we can also just right click on our clip and we can separate the audio, expand the audio, duplicate the video clip, or delete the clip right here. And instead of having to go here to add media and then looking for your video or audio clip here on your computer, what you can do is just open your File Explorer, navigate to where it is, and simply drag in the video or audio clip that you want, and it will automatically add it in to the timeline like so, and all you had to do was drag it in. So I just find that a lot easier than going here and having to look for it all within Rush. 4. Transitions and effects. So here you guys can see when we play this back, it's kind of a rough transition between these two video clips. So what I want to do is add a dissolve transition. To do that, we can navigate up here to the top right to where it says effects. We can select transitions if it's not open already, and we have a bunch of options to choose from. I just want to add a basic dissolve effect, so I'll just go ahead and click and drag this in like so. And now if we play this back, you guys can see it dissolves between the two video clips. And to adjust this, we can either just drag it right here within our timeline, but what I like to do is use the adjustment here within transitions, and I can just drag out duration to make it last longer, or I can even make it really short. Lastly, you also have a few more options like pan and zoom down here at the bottom. I've tried to use these before, but they are pretty buggy if you try and use them, so just keep that in mind if you give it a shot. Like right now, I'm clicking on it and it won't even let me open it. So it's really finicky as far as using this, and same thing with the auto reframe tool. And for now, I'll just go ahead and delete this transition. 3, adding audio. In Premiere Rush, it's really easy to add audio in. What I like to do is just go to my File Explorer, navigate to where my music or audio clip is, and I can just click and drag it in down here underneath my video like so. And once you get this audio into Rush, what you can do is click on it and fine tune exactly how you want this. So if you navigate to the right over to where it says audio, you can change the volume by adjusting this bar here. You can even mute it down below. And if you have something like voice, what you want to do is change the type to voice like so, and here it gives you a bunch of advanced options that you can play with. 2, text and titles. To add text in Premiere Rush, navigate to the top left where it says add media, select graphics, and what I want to do is I'll just select this basic large title here, and I can just drag this in. And let's say I want it to show above this video clip here, I can just drag it above that clip. And then once this adds in successfully, I'll go ahead and play it so you guys can see it. So you can see our title is showing up, but it's not the exact text that we want. So all I need to do here is just go ahead and double click on it, and I can change it to, for example, tutorial. To edit how this text looks, all I need to do is navigate over here to graphics, and then it will show you all the different options that you can customize here. The first one is going to be the text, so I'll go ahead and select that, and it will show us the fonts we can choose from. It'll let us change the size, the colors, and a whole bunch of other stuff about it. And down further below, we can also select these shapes and change the colors of them, or simply remove them entirely. And I can also change the duration of this graphic simply by grabbing the beginning or the end and just dragging it in like so. So now that's going to end with the ending of my main video clip here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this now. So now you can see we added in custom text. So adding text in Adobe Premiere Rush is a little bit weird because you technically have to add in a graphic first. It doesn't give you a devoted type tool like Premiere Pro does. But once you figure out how to work with these graphics, you can basically add in whatever custom text you want. 1. Exporting your video. Now that we're done editing our video, I want to go ahead and export it. So I'll navigate up here at the top to share, and then I want to select the destinations. Local is automatically going to be selected, and this means it's just going to export it to your computer. But you can also export it directly to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Behance. Underneath settings, you want to name the file. So here I just went ahead and called it tutorial. And then save to is going to be where it exports this video to. So you guys want to select a good location on your computer where you export this video. So I'll go ahead and select this folder. Underneath advanced settings, it's going to give you a bunch of good presets that you can use. I personally always use YouTube 1080p Full HD, and I recommend that you guys use this one as well, especially if you're a beginner. Now that we have that all set up, we can just click on export. And this usually takes a second, but in my case, it's such a short video, it's gonna go really fast. Once it's done exporting, we can just click View and Explorer, and it's gonna take us exactly to where our video was just exported. And you guys can see that video clip here, and we can watch it. Bonus tip 1, let's clean up some background noise. So here, if I play this back, you guys can hear a ton of background noise. So that's no good because it's really loud and you can't hear the people's voices very well. So let's navigate to audio over here, and down underneath advanced, what we want to do is change the audio to a voice. And you can do this directly on a video clip like I'm doing, or on just an audio clip. So underneath here, all we want to do is select background noise. And let's go ahead and play this back. So you can see that does a really good job already, but it's still set at 50. Let's go ahead and increase this and see if it helps out a little bit. I'll crank it all the way up to 90, and now we can play it. So you guys can see that most of the background noise that we don't want is completely removed. And sometimes reduced background noise is not enough. You kind of have to play around with a few of the settings here until you can get the audio the way that you want it. Bonus tip 2, you can open Adobe Premiere Rush projects in Premiere Pro. So let's say you want to use Rush to make all of the basic edits and then do more advanced stuff in Premiere Pro. What I'll do is go ahead and open Premiere Pro so you guys can see exactly how to do that. If you want to see a Premiere Pro tutorial, check out the link up top right now or down below in the description. Here in Premiere Pro, in the bottom left, it gives us the option to open a Premiere Rush project. We'll click on that and you guys can see you can select that Premiere Rush project and it will start opening it up. So here we are now in Premiere Pro, and we have successfully imported our Premiere Rush project. All of our media are right here in Premiere Pro, and the benefit of this is that we can do more advanced editing in Premiere Pro now, and all of the basic cuts and basic edits that we needed to do were done in Rush, and this speeds up the process a little bit. That's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions or run into any problems, let me know down below in the comments and I will help you out. Thanks for watching.